right, what up, guys? I don't typically like to start off shows. I like to leave the hard work to you guys.
We know.
But I do have a decent one this time. I think we've talked about something similar in the past, but we have a listener who I've mentioned before in the past. She's an old friend from like high school, and then she's also a buddy, like a colleague in the industry. And she hit me up the other day saying that she went to a happy hour amongst, I'm assuming her professional friends, and they had a debate about whether or not they wash their feet in the shower. And I'm talking about your feet, like getting the bottoms, getting in between them toes, like all that shit. And I think we did legs right before or something similar. But what do you guys think? Because apparently it sparked heated debate. Fucking my wife. I asked my wife. She lied to me
About what?
Like, she lied to me because she thought I was going to judge the shit out of her. And then I was like, why the fuck? No, who does that? And then she was like, oh, cool. Yeah, no, I don't do that either. So, this is how much, just that immediate straw poll the other day was enough of me to message you guys and be like, we should have this debate.
And hold on, that's such a shitty lie.
Well, I know,
That's
right?
Such a shitty.
She giggled about it, like we geeked about it. It was funny.
No, was she lying because she does not wash her feet and she didn't want you to think she was a disgusting hobo that happens to live in the same domicile as you?
Yeah, that's correct.
All right. Look, bottom line, and I bet these people that were having this argument, like, just figure everything just trickles down. I bet they're the ones that wear flip-flops in the heat of summer with just fucking, weird Baltimore tar goo just blopping up onto their fucking bunions and shit. And then they get home, like, I'll just let the shampoo run down the crack of my ass all the way down my thighs, down my ankles, and that'll get her done. Yeah, I bet it's the same assholes who do that. And I think we had this conversation because you guys are mocking me about my baths, which we'll get to, because, Wes, you're a disgusting foot bunion Baltimore streetwalker. What do you do?
I would say about once in every 50 times, I legitimately lift my feet up and get... So every time I get down to the top of the foot, I get the ankle, and then I do a once-over with either the loofah or the bar of soap on the top of the foot. Now, listen, Murray, you're trying to wildly interject here. There's no objection, Your Honor. I'm telling you what I do. About one in every 50 times, I will do a weird yoga stretch and showcase the bottom of my foot and just really get to work, exfoliate, if you will. But no, most of the time I'm like, yeah, man, that shampoo and that soap's running down from my shoulders all the way down, and I'm just squishing it around there. Just squish my feet around the bottom
look, I'm with Wes here. I don't wash my feet like that. Now I do wash my legs, and like Wes said, I get down to my ankle and shit like that, and I won't even go as far as to say I clean the top of my foot. Like Wes said, I think the loofah in the process of washing the bottom of my leg might touch the top of my foot, but I do not. Yeah, no, I'm literally standing in dirty / soapy water the entire fucking time. What am I doing?
We've seen a good car. We've seen a good car wash where that shit just gets down from the windshield all the way down to the tires.
You don't even got to wash the tires because the tires been sitting in it.
Okay, all right. Now
that's a supreme wash. I don't pay for that.
Isn't Forrest Gump 30 years old this year? And what was Lieutenant Dan's #1 advice to the privates once they got to Vietnam? What was it?
I mean, yeah, but we don't live in fucking Vietnam.
Yeah, but these guys had to survive for
change your sock. Take care of your feet, by the way.
Exactly. And that was for what they were hoping was only a 2 or 3 month tour of duty in the worst lands possible. We're talking about a lifetime here. Now, I walk on my feet. I put in a minimum of 20,000 steps a day. At minimum. So when I get home, I have the superior showering method. You guys can deny this if you like. I turn the shower on. I plug the tub. It starts to fill up. It fills up pretty quick. You got about an inch and a half of water just by the time you've derobed just to get in there. So then I sit down and I go, relax on my ass, and that's when I start to lather up, and I get the whole foot. I actually give myself a little foot massage. I give myself a little Asian 1-2 punch between each toe on the way through, too. I even take my fingernail and kind of get along the edge of my toenails to make sure there's no ingrown action starting to happen. Then I wash up to my kneecap, and then I do my arms and my armpits, and I'm like, all right. And then I hit the plunge on the tub, and I stand up, and then I shower. And then I get my torso. I wash my asshole, and then I wash my head so I can kind of scrub all the turds off onto my little bristly scalp just in case there's something on there. That way I'm not infecting the soap. And then I go back to it, and I do it one more time, and we're done. clean
Maybe,
as a
man.
whistle.
I mean, I feel like that's reasonable because, like you said, you do so much walking. Like, you guys, you pay more special attention to your feet. I don't,
Yeah.
I don't feel the need to do that.
Well, that's because you don't feel the need.
Yeah.
Bet you don't feel the need to floss, but none of us do. But we should.
Well, that's different though. I think, but
I also
I
can't
don't
say
have stinky feet either. Like, I don't have issues. At least I've never had complaints. I've never. Yeah, so I mean, if there was like an issue like that, then maybe I'd attend to it. But I think right now I'm doing all right.
Yeah, I can't say whether or not I'd be critical and or like I just the sit down / lather up method. I don't know. I've never heard of that before. Will I do it? No, but will I somehow applaud you in your thoroughness? I will. I will, man. That's actually kind of what
Yeah.
you actually given yourself kind of a quasi bidet too. You said you wash your ass when you stand up, but you've given yourself, 2 to 3 inches of water to kind of like just smudge that around too while you're, tending. to
We've
things.
talked about the nudity of my chestal area, okay? It is barren, okay? All the hair is in my ass region. Ass and grundle, that's where it is. So if I don't get that moistened up a little bit, we're just talking, it's just knots for days. You just been sitting on your ass, grinding around. Somehow I've got cornrows in my butthole, so I got to get it moistened up first so everything falls out by the time I stand up. And then we give it a nice little like whoop, 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 whoop. Make sure everything's okay down there. And then we scrub the head and get all that off. And then we put our head in the shower. I'll tell you, it's an efficient way of getting the job done. And yeah, your feet, man, come on, dude. That's the one place that is not exposed to air all day long. You should give it a little extra attention. That's all I'm asking you guys to do.
I mean, I get that. Maybe, like I said, look, I think we live different lifestyles. You walk around a lot. I've been barefoot at home for most of the week. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you. So,
Yeah, let's get into that
I
again.
mean, I've been working. I've been working. I've been in trainings all day. It's been very tedious. But I don't think I need. I just didn't need to. I don't need to give that kind of attention to him.
Give those fingertips a nice
For the
rub.
record, the listener was vehemently a feet washer. Oh yeah, so yeah, you got that going for you, I guess.
Yeah, I also I mean, that's fine, but I don't think you can be that critical of the non-bottom of the feet
Why not?
washers.
Because
Well,
you're
I
one of
mean,
them and
just
you don't want to be talked down to?
Dude, what do you think? Do you think I lose sleep over
No.
someone criticizing me about not washing the bottom of my feet? No, I don't. Actually, as a matter of fact, this 2 months ago, Sarah and I got into this thing about. She was like, blah 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 blah, and I did have a teeny tiny zit on my chin that she popped, and she was like, when do you wash your face? And it was. Do you know what my answer was?
Boy, what, Wednesdays?
Never.
Oh, God.
Never.
Oh,
I
man.
never ever wash my face. And
What
she
does
was
that
like,
even mean?
this is unfair. This is so unfair. And she's like, you don't in the shower. I was like, no, I mean, I wash my hair, I wash my chest, I wash my shoulders, I wash everything else. She's like, when you get out, you brush your teeth. Oh yeah, I brush my teeth thoroughly. Then do you rub hot water in your face with some sort of wash? Nope. When's the last time you've done that? I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. Never wash my face.
Wow.
Ever.
I mean, it's just impressive.
That's kind of wild.
It's impressive how dirty that pat on your back is.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like, I wash my face every time I shower.
I feel like I'm incomplete if I.
White people don't use washcloths.
That's true.
Oh, I use bar soap. I use my Dove soap, and I lather my hands up until they look like oven mitts, like foamy oven mitts.
Because that's the scrubbing power of soapy hands.
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
I exfoliate with these really rigid hands that I have.
They're burly. They're burly. They're tiny, but they're burly. Tiny burly hands. Okay. The coat factory's been calling me, by the way, Burlington, just for these hands. Go through it.
The Costanza of Burlington Coat Factory. That's fucking great, dude.
I feel like, okay, you know when you wash your car, like especially when you were younger, and you would miss like one weird triangular spot somewhere on like the quarter panel, and you'd have to, that's how I feel my body is if I don't touch each and every square inch of it with the soap and give it a good rub down. Now again, yeah, I don't pull out a loofah or a washcloth, but I'm getting in there, man. I'm getting in there. I'm thinking, there's one part of my body that's real clean some days of the week. 2 or 3 days a week, there's one spot you could definitely eat off of, and I would encourage it.
Maria, I got some sushi delivered. Would like for you to eat off this pectoral muscle of mine. So hold on. Do you say you're straight bar
Yeah.
soap? All right. Was there ever a time when it was loofah and gel,
I
shower
think we
gel?
all went through that phase. What was that? What was like the stuff they were pimping? It wasn't Axe. It was like the Axe version of like body wash. When body wash first came out, it was like
I don't remember what it was, but I remember who the celebrity actor. It was Ironhead Hayward, running back for the Los Angeles Rams.
wow. I just remember it was in a like
You would.
it what looked like a Valvoline like oil container. It was like silver with like green on the front, and yeah, and everybody all of a sudden started buying poofs because that's what you had to use. That's how you had to apply. And then eventually, I remember getting like I remember like ripping a nipple. Like it scratched my nipple using one of those loofah things. I was like, "We're done here. We're going back to the Dove body soap." So yeah, I've been a bar soap guy most of my life.
Gotcha. Alan?
Oh no, I'm a loofah and a wash type man.
Okay.
You gotta scrub yourself. You scrub yourself with hands. That's the white people stuff. That's the West. That's the new. That's washcloth all over again.
I have a bar soap. Typically, the brand that I buy has these little like pebbles in it, so it exfoliates.
Okay.
And then I do the loofah with a little bit of little bit of smell.
My man
good shower
pays enough
gel.
attention to his soap to get the exfoliating beads, but never washes his face.
That is wild. That is wild to me. I would feel so incomplete. Doesn't like okay, like, and I don't have a very oily face, and apparently you don't either. But like, doesn't it feel like the water? Well, I guess you wouldn't know the difference because you've never done the other. So I don't know. I feel like the water's like oddly beaded up on my face if I don't like rinse it off like with soap. Because soap like it adheres to the dirt on your body and then rinses away. That's how it cleans you.
I mean, the like if I ever felt oily or disgusting or whatever, I'll get a nice thing of hot water going in the sink and I'll put it in the palm of my hands and I'll splash it in my face 4 or 5 times. Then I'll wipe it off with the hand rag that's next to the sink.
Get it even dirtier.
It's not for showering. Fucking. That's wild. See, I have oily skin, so like I gotta fucking wash.
There's
my face.
some poor bastard living in a third world country somewhere where they don't have enough water to wash their own face. It's just like fucking disgusting Americans. They got everything they
Right.
need to get the job done, but just are too lazy to fucking complete the task. How
found us on TikTok, and it's just like, damn,
y'all. I'm sitting here in the
ignorant ass Americans.
I'm sitting here in the Ganges, praying I don't catch something.
my
Splashing something on my chest.
the water I use makes me dirtier.
Oh shit! Middle class souls, everyone. Murr, Allen, and Fox, man. I tell you what. I was out at a happy hour before I came here. This is a kickoff to busy season. Because
Can I
now,
pause for a second? Can I
yeah,
pause
what
for
you
a
got?
second? Suck a dick. We just won.
Nice.
Suck a dick,
there,
Tampa
there
Bay.
you go. And
Yeah,
our
baby.
first place outright. Okay.
Yeah.
News alert.
All right, Yeah. Breaking.
Yeah, I'm gonna have some new
Breaking news, the Orioles.
for the basement. I've got the Orioles
you need to
flag
put
that
that
I didn't even know I had. We were going through a bunch of stuff, and I was like, why have I not had this in my possession to be able to hang in place of the Ravens banner? So yeah, that's going up next week.
All right, Orioles win. Extra innings against Tampa Bay, just in case you all were wondering.
Yeah.
I was at a happy hour this evening. It was a kickoff to busy season. So between now and the end of September, our company is making a big push to, meet our company goals. Make people meet their numbers. Vendors out tonight, and it was just one of those things where I'm so inconsequential as a project manager. Like, hey, I'm so and so. Who are you? Like, man, I'm not in sales. Like, all right, nice to meet you. Thank you. And then they walk
That's
away.
right.
Okay, what does that mean? Like you're so inconsequential? Is it like you don't affect their numbers at all, your position, so they just don't care to talk to you?
They're trying to sell their product to our company to implement. Now, they're all about building relations, but in a situation like this where it's a kickoff to busy season happy hour, they don't give a fuck what I'm doing. So I sat in the corner and cucked, shocker, and ate fucking bacon wrapped scallops and deep fried shrimp and mahi mahi sliders and Alan mini beef Wellingtons till
Nice.
till
So
daddy just couldn't eat or drink anymore. I was like, you know what?
So good.
I got to go home, and the company supplied an Uber voucher to go home.
Look at that. A
Yeah.
company that
Nice. Where was it?
Annapolis. I got an Uber down and back.
Damn.
a company that
That's
cares.
out.
You know how? Oh, you know what we did at our company Christmas party last year?
Ooh, I don't know. Let's see. I won't give. I'm just trying to think. I was about to say at, and I won't say it. But what did you guys do? Like a Secret Santa of $5 or less?
Oh no. We stayed at home with our families because we don't do Christmas parties. Yeah.
I like it.
I'm hoping for. I was hoping for a Secret Santa. Max was
The
$6.
Santa is so secret that nobody knows who he is because he's never showed up. It's the secretest of Santas.
The reason I brought this up was, Alan, because you had ranted after leaving a work happy hour with the beef Wellingtons.
Mm.
The
Yeah,
little,
man.
The little crusty / airy puff pastries.
And the au jus.
Look.
No au jus. No au jus.
I've tasted the finest of hors d'oeuvres around the Baltimore metropolitan area. And mini beef Wellington's fucking up there. I'm telling you.
Yeah. It was fun. I was happy. Happy I went, and I just I don't know, man. Summer is cooking. This is again. I didn't shower when I got back, but it reminded me because the back of my fucking, like, from the middle of my back all the way down to my ass crack was fucking Cool Runnings, and it wasn't cool. It was slick. It was like a late '80s Crocodile Mile episode taking place.
Just remember, when you get that shower later tonight, that's just gonna run straight down to the bottom of your feet that you're not gonna wash.
Yep, that's right.
It's not going to get in my face. What do I worry about that?
It's marinating in soap water.
According to Murr, I need to get like an inch worth and then sit down.
It's relaxing. I don't understand. Everybody's got like this, like, oh, you're not a man if you take a bath. Fuck off. Warm water doesn't feel good all over your body. People pay good money to stay at places just to have a hot tub. When my water gets up to 120 degrees, which will melt the skin off your body if you're not careful enough, and I sit in that for like 5 minutes, and then I stand up and I rinse it all away. People are animals. We live in the goddamn richest country in the fucking world. I'm going to take some of the amenities and enjoy them.
Right. And you got a bidet in your
It's
house.
reasonable.
I shoot the shit right off my ass. I only use one little bundle of toilet paper, and that's just to dry. That isn't even to wipe, man. There's nothing there when I'm done. Sometimes you just let it run.
And you said not too terribly long ago, there's some times where you're like, yeah, I know that was good. I know that was like, what did we say, Alan? A cigar cutter? It's
Yeah.
Like, I go,
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Now that I'm eating healthier, man, sometimes I just turn the bidet on just to feel the cool breeze of the water hitting the bullseye.
Nice.
you don't even have to poop. You just sit down and have the bidet. Give you fucking...
Hey, man, it's cool. It's hot outside. Gotta cool down that internal temperature, you know what I mean?
Cool down the brown eye. Nice.
Cool down the core.
America. Well, speaking of brown eyes, folks, we're going to transition into a very unique This Week in Middle Class Horse History. 3 years ago, and I don't even know how we got started on this. I don't even think this was a planned bit, but it had to do with, and listen, is this Guinness Book of World Record? It is.
Yeah, I
okay.
think it is,
I didn't
yeah.
know that. I thought it was just like a internet world record, not verified by Guinness. No one from Guinness went to this bowling alley and measured, and I'm blowing the lead here, but a woman had the world's longest poop that measured 17 and a half feet.
The entire
something
length
like that.
of a bowling alley, a bowling lane. And apparently,
Yeah.
I don't know that this particular world record can be broken because I think we did all the math, and it might even be in the clip, that like the human colon / small intestine that's the length of it. So like you'd have to be like a physical anomaly in order to best this record and have the willpower and wherewithal to pull it off.
Yeah, well, okay. We'll comment a little bit on it afterwards, but here it is from 3 years ago. This is midst of COVID when we were desperate. The world's longest poop. Have a listen. Nothing.
Does anybody know how long a bowling alley lane is?
90 feet?
No.
Like not okay, because the world record for the longest turd is the full length of a bowling lane.
Is it Stan?
Are you serious?
I can't remember the exact, but it just happens to be the exact length of your large intestine, even with it all curled up in there.
That's small intestine.
Large intestine.
Your large is only 5 or 6 feet. Your small is like 30 feet.
Yeah.
Well, either way, it's the full digestive tract.
Okay.
And somebody laid a turd that long, and that's the Guinness Book World Record. Because imagine being on that assignment too. By the way, like you get the call, like, "Hey, I'm working to work on a world record." Okay, where you at? I'll meet you at the bowling alley. What are you doing out there?
I was like, how does one even do that? Do you have to walk, like, and shit at the same time? Like, how do you lay that down for measurement?
I do not know, but I know that it was laid out at length, and
I think I got it.
okay.
You have two. You have so between each lane, you have an alley, right?
It's yeah.
Right. And what's the and you have unshared gutters, okay?
Okay.
And then you create two things that roll in between those alleys, and you stand on them like a skateboard, and then you have a rope, and someone pulls you as you're taking the turd. Yeah. That's how I would do it.
I mean, you had to pull like really slowly though, because like it doesn't. I would assume Guinness is stickler, so like if it breaks, like it's got to be one continuous turd, right? It can't be a segmented turd. Because
maybe you could ride the waxing machine and just kind of squat as it goes down the alley, because those things move at a very even, slow pace. Here is the how big is the largest human bowel movement? The longest human poop ever recorded was an astounding 7.92 meters, which is 26 feet, and was set in 1995. You can see a set of photos from the poop here. Oh man, I wish I had looked this up on the actual computer.
You sure it's not Randy Marsh?
I am going. I am clicking the link, but the photos are not popping up. The internet seems to have pooped out on me. Yeah, so I was hoping you would actually set 2 records in consequent days. Oh, that's so jacked up. Okay, they gave me this. That was the
Mr. Hanky.
Oh.
Alan, did you find it?
Yes. I gotta find better ones of it, but hold on. Give me the share ability, please.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, it did happen on a fucking bowling lane. I thought it was like shenanigans.
No, many people think I'm full of shit, but occasionally I'm actually
So
spouting
that's
this ridiculous
stills of what I would assume is a VHS, and it's a lady.
What?
Wow, and she's kind of doing a modified crab walk.
Like a little.
Look at picture what I'm starting at my top left, and I'm going so 1, now 2, now down to there you get 3. Now that one right there.
Yeah.
Look, that is the face of a champion.
Oh.
Now, but 5, she's very proud. I mean, she's just like, look at my work, look at my masterpiece. But what is she doing at 2?
What do you mean?
She looks like she's like kind of like
uncorking.
Greg, yeah.
I think she's trying to get it started. You know.
Wait, yes,
no, I don't know. I usually just poop on its own. I don't have to grab it and pull it out.
You know, it's like thread a needle before you start sewing. You gotta prime it up. You know.
Honestly, in order to accomplish that feat, like maybe you do have to cork it off, man.
I guess
might have to.
So
you might have to put a rubber
plug.
Can you, Alan? I'm very curious. Can you scroll down because I feel like there's going to be something in the grass. Oh, I was hoping that was going to be.
No, there was like other stuff. Like I don't know what all this stuff was.
Well, I think for 1995, I mean that's pretty That's pretty impressive. I mean, well, that's obviously that's someone. That's a 2-lane alley and someone with a handheld camcorder at what 8:20, 8:30 p.m.
Now, what about 1995 impresses you about this? Like the footage, or like
just documentation of things.
Okay,
but that's all. Because usually, I mean, it's word of. I mean, this right here defeats word of mouth. Although I don't know, it still could be fake. But I'll
okay. Hold on, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I read the fine print because no one does, and that's where information is. So she adopted a super fiber-rich diet, which allowed her to successfully produce a single extruded excrement measuring the exact length of her colon, 26 feet.
Jesus.
So she did this at a high school bowling alley, which is fucking ignorant, and. Fucking look. So the cathartic diet was supplemented by a high intake of Metamucil fiber substance. The week-long endurance prior to the event was ensured by the employment of a plug specifically designed to curtail any premature excretions.
Wow.
So she did have a butt plug, and she ripped it out right here, and then she was like, "Gah!"
Yeah, at 3. At 3, I think you're starting to see like some enjoyment. At 4, you're looking like
throws of world record breaking poop right here.
And typically that's when my feet are off the ground, and she's got to maintain some sort of weird Linda Blair exorcist type thing going on, where she has to walk it out.
Hold on, I just noticed something too. There are time markers on this screen.
Oh yeah.
So at the butt plug, we are at 8:28. And at the what seems to be the apex of the process, we're at 8:40. So we're at a minimum of 12 minutes, and it looks like she's like still going in picture number 3 there.
Yeah, because look, okay, so she's like fucking waist deep, for lack of a better term, in this shit, and then at 8:51, she's like, "Check out my shit." So in the 11 minutes, she was able to finish off a world record breaking shit and then pose with it.
I'd like to know the weight of that.
Look, fuck, I messed up. 8:49. So by 49 minutes, we know she was done.
Yeah, but she's already got her pants on, and if you notice in picture 2, there's a roll of toilet paper there. So hygiene was obviously somewhere in her mind.
Yeah.
During this process. But that looks like a clean. That looks like a no wipe swipe right there.
26 feet.
Yeah, right? I think that thing's just clean.
And do you think after this there were guys lining up to have sex with her? Like, yeah, get a crack at the Guinness Book World's Turd Record. Yeah,
I mean, fill you back up.
Jesus,
gross. All right, so I'm not doubting how magnificent this was. I mean, she literally crab walked after she unplugged this fibrous blockage fucking thing that she had going on. But you're saying that that's the max? You couldn't get some like 6'10" dude who just, I mean, I understand small intestines aren't longer, but I don't know, maybe you just stuff a little more fucking juice in there.
Maybe. Again, but I believe Alan had actually Wikipedia'd, like, it's the numbers match up. Like, whatever she uncorked and unraveled across that bowling alley was like the exact distance of like the human digestive system. Like,
yeah,
like
it was just one long fucking poop.
But like
nothing you can do about it.
But again, it's a woman, and newsflash that there is a physiological difference between men and women. So maybe there's a man that has a bigger colon area. I mean, Lance Armstrong had a bigger heart than everybody else. I mean,
Secretariat.
So did Secretariat, and look at that, 2 champion runners, if you will, in a sense. So maybe there's somebody out there, a champion pooper. But the thing is, you got to be dedicated to that craft. That lady put a stopper in her butthole, and I don't know a lot of dudes that are willing to go out and just do that for funsies.
I think it was like a college student. So I mean,
yeah, but
it's not like one of us stopped our adult lives to fucking poop a 26-foot poop.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like,
but if it's pizza night and I have 4 slices the night before, when I get up for work the next day, I feel like I'm going to die until my body's like natural rhythm says it's time to evacuate, son. And I mean, I just feel bloated and like I'm dying. And this chick filled the entire unit up.
Yeah, but also she wasn't doing like 4 slices of pizza a night. She had a very specific
It
fibrous
was like high fiber.
diet.
But still, like, I mean,
Yeah.
you can either like jam a bunch of stuff in there all at once, or you can just slowly fill it up. But either way, man, when you're full, I mean, none of us sitting here have ever had that much shit in our bodies at one moment in time.
Mm-mm. No, and you make a great point, because what I was going to say is that we can sit here and theorize as to whether or not there's someone with the physiological makeup to poop longer than she did, but there's a will and testament in this that doesn't necessarily resonate with most people. Probably 99.99% of people. I mean, this took place, what, 97, 98? It was the late 90s. This was like Nirvana, fucking over the shoulder, Teen Spirit type type cinematography. And you know she's probably 51 now. She should give talks at universities,
TED Talks,
commencement speeches, TED Talks. Like, just say, listen, I mean, y'all might think this is wild, but this is what the human spirit's all about.
I will say it is a dedication to willpower. It is a dedication to something. I don't know what it's a dedication to. It's definitely discipline. I mean, how many times did she want to pull that cork out? Could you imagine if she went into a porta pot at a freaking festival? Because I know that's where that kind of chick hangs out. Some kind of Firefly music festival, all jacked up on acid, just sitting there filling her body with nothing but bean curds and fucking hummus. God damn,
That's probably how it's
kill
done.
Yeah.
something.
I mean, Alan, you can agree to the the human spirit, the dedication. Just like, hey, look, yeah.
There's not much up there. There's human feats of incredible biological prowess. This is up there. This is fucking. I don't know. Yeah. This is up there with like long nails guy. You know what I mean? Like,
they should segment it in. Do you ever see those long running chai videos of human accomplishment? Like, humans are awesome, and it shows shows someone like parasailing. It shows a skateboarder, like and as weird as it is, a streetwalker. Someone like springboarding from their own feet 2 stories and then falling down and doing like a somersault. Then the world's longest pooper,
parkour,
27 feet of kind of dainty little Lincoln logs.
Okay, is it really a feat of... Okay, I don't know. Okay, Joey, does this rank in the Joey Chestnuts of the human accomplishments, though?
I mean, I feel like it kind of does.
Or is that now? Does that cheapen Joey?
Does
that cheapen Joey Chestnut, or like where do we stand with all of that?
I don't necessarily think it needs to cheapen Joey Chestnut. They're like 2 like biological fucking feats, man. Like, you just one like stuffed herself but held it in to accomplish an exit, a performative exit, whereas Joey Chestnut empties himself to perform a performative intake. Does that make sense? He vacates himself.
So they should team up, is what you're saying.
Yeah, basically. Imagine if Joey Chestnut could hold all that in for like multiple times and then poop it out.
I
Like
think
40 fucking 52-footer. Fucking double it.
I think we have a mini docuseries written where she coaches Chestnut post whatever eating competition, and then it's like, listen, I was an amateur. I was a punk college kid who just got dared to do something I wouldn't do, and I was that stubborn for a bag of weed. And look, I set a world record. You're an athlete. You're Carl Lewis. You're Jack Johnson. You're Michael Jordan. You're Joey Chestnut, and you could lay out a goddamn first baseline worth of fucking poop.
So we can do like a tag team Iron Man. Like Joey puts him in, she puts him out.
No. I mean, she just coaches.
She just coaches.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's like a human centipede situation where like his intake ability and her fucking accumulation ability culminates in the longest poop anyone's ever seen.
Yeah. Does anyone know this woman's
I,
name?
I was
This
just
thing
thinking
is
about
so-
it, and I feel like everyone
Yeah,
should.
she's nobody.
Everybody should
Huh.
know. Like once a year, it's almost like Bobby Bonilla Day. There should be like Long Poop Chick Day.
Yeah, Tara Gibson from fucking, I don't know, Flint, Michigan, probably. I don't know, right? Syracuse, Newark,
Are you
Charleston,
are you
Ohio.
looking this up, Alan?
No, I'm not looking it up.
Well, I'll look it up, Murr. It's the Fun Fact Friday.
It's 26 feet, by the way, 1995, by a woman at Cranbrook Kingswood High School bowling alley. It doesn't even say her name. A woman.
I'll get Michelle Hines. Michelle Hines.
It's probably fucking fake, and we were just duped back then. How long ago did we talk about this?
1995, Michelle Hines
There we
set a world record when she produced a 26-foot-long piece of excrement down the length of a bowling alley.
You know, we
Curious
probably
cases of
covered
countless
this in the
fake.
clip that we just didn't listen to, but everybody else did.
Yeah.
So let's take this opportunity to expand our minds now with your mental floss, amazing facts. And of course, your Fun Fact Friday is brought to you by our good friends over at the Shin Splints Recovery Group. God bless you, sir. I have to say, I've been running a lot, and I'm yet to experience shin splints, and I'm wondering if maybe there should be some sort of medical study done on my legs below the knee and above the ankle that can maybe be shared with this specific group of, I don't know, weak femored assholes who need the internet to solve their incurable problems.
Yeah.
Could be.
I think you like,
Might as well.
some sort of whiteboard with Arlie Ermy type. Like, here's a sturdy ankle. Need ankle right here. This thing right in front. I mean, a goddamn Mack truck could hit this. You? Whew, stiff wind? Don't know what to tell you. Probably osteoarthritis. Bitches.
But if
I feel like that's a new bit.
But if fake medicine is not your forte and fake science is, make sure you find the Flat Earth Science Advocates for Truth, searching for truth in a world full of lies, a round world of lies. Wink, wink. Here you go. Your 5 fun facts for your Fun Fact Friday. Did you know, long before he was known as a legendary martial artist, Bruce Lee made his reputation as a world-class cha-cha dancer. Lee, who passed away 50 years ago today, began cha-cha dancing as a teen. In 1958, he won the Crown Colony Cha-Cha Championship. Cha-cha-cha.
I was just about to say that's a lot of chas. That's wild. No, I did not know that Bruce Lee, the Jeet Kune Do inventor, was a cha-cha champion, and God bless him. I mean, I get it, fleet of foot, stay in shape. They say dancers make the best lovers, and lovers make the best fighters because they usually fight when infidelity happens. Someone told me that once.
This is the most convoluted quote I've ever heard.
Yeah, that's strange, but okay.
You got to connect the dots, as a cha-cha dancer would on the dance floor.
It's a lot of dots.
There's a lot of ones and twos all over the dance floor. Bro.
All right.
Gotta-
I had to do I don't even know what the dance was. What do they do in the South Americas there, Alan? Is it the cha-cha?
There's different dances from different
Give me
countries, man.
3 of the big ones.
I mean,
Salsa.
So like salsa,
I think it was
cha-cha, bachata, merengue,
okay. It must have been the
Merengue.
cha-cha then, because I had to.
tango.
Hey, what does Christ, what is it? In Son of a Woman.
That's the tango.
Oh.
Tango, right?
Tango.
Tango,
But
yeah.
tango's European, right? That's Spanish.
It's like, I think it's classic Spanish.
Yeah,
White
Okay.
people Spanish.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway, I had to learn to dance, and it was a thing. As athletic as I am, stiff as a board. It was like one of the cutouts dancing in Home Alone. Doing the motion.
Hold on. Actually, not to get morbid. I remember watching. There's the Bruce Lee story. It was a movie on. It was an HBO made for movie type thing with Christ, who plays opposite of Jim Carrey in Dumb and Dumber. Lauren Holly.
Oh, Jeff Daniels. Yeah, Laura. Yeah,
Yeah, the
Lauren
woman.
Holly.
She's in that movie. She plays like Bruce Lee's love interest, and it was Jason Lee. And there was like a couple scenes where I was like, "Holy shit, this guy's fucking amazing! This is Bruce Lee's kid." And dude was like, "Yeah, he just got killed like a couple weeks ago in the making of The Crow." I was like, "What?"
Yep.
God,
He
that
got
sucked.
Baldwin.
That's
He got Baldwin.
that
He
sucked.
got Baldwin.
He got Baldwin.
It is peak, man. And then inspired Sting to come down from the rafters and wreak havoc on the NWO.
That's true.
And then Owen Hart inspired him not to do that anymore.
Inspired him to wear a really robust safety harness. Yes, you're absolutely correct. Did you know? When male cicadas gather in trees to form a chorus, the noise can exceed 100 decibels. That's illegally loud in some jurisdictions.
I believe that. They're loud as fuck.
100 dBs. Your standard conference is like, or conference, concert.
It's like
conference is
120, I
about
think.
probably 120 is about that. And I heard if you get every 6 decibels, it sounds like it's twice as loud. Then you know what I mean, every 6 decibels, it was twice as loud as the previous 6 decibels. So 120, yeah, 100.
Yeah.
Christ,
That's
like a shitty middle school fucking chorus band.
I remember when I was working
that's,
down in Slower Lower, they like Dewey Beach passed like an ordinance that like you couldn't have any noise above 80 decibels. And they're like, okay, like that's cars driving. Like, what are you doing? And they have like all the concert venues down there. So they were basically trying to, you know, a bunch of Karens who fucking moved up from Florida and just wanted to live in a more reasonably priced seaside fucking adventure. Just like, well, we need to change the entire town from what it was when we wanted to move here because now we're in our 80s and we want you to shut the fuck up. And that got overturned pretty quick.
So what they do about the cicadas?
They got a bunch of summonses to go to get a court. There's millions of them. It's ridiculous.
Cicada, what's this? Pete?
The county made a fortune.
Pete, how do you plead? Actually, I got a good. It was they came out what, like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. 2004 was not the first time in my lifetime, but the first time I legitimately really remember them. I was coming home from college my junior year and pulled my car over because I thought there was something funky coming from my engine. I got to like damn near Frederick. I was like, damn, something sounds weird.
It's a fairly decent chunk.
Pulled over and yeah, all just like was completely oblivious to the fact that cicadas were out.
God. Yeah, talk about comfort through exposure. Like when they came out that time, I was delivering pizzas. The time you're talking about, and I just remember walking through people's front yards and just like on your face. It's like, like and normally, if any bug touches my face, I'm gonna fucking freak out and dance around like a moron. But in this situation, yeah, you got like a half-pound bug just like on your cheek, and then now I deliver as well, and it's just like these motherfuckers. Just ruining my life.
Probably someone's great-grandchild. Just,
They're terrible.
Did you know Dairy Queen blizzards technically aren't ice cream? In the U.S., frozen dessert products must contain at least 10% milk fat to qualify as ice cream, which is why blizzards are labeled as frozen treats. So what treat is frozen? That's my question. There's not milk fat. Like, I mean, those things are thick. That's the badonkadonk ice cream right there.
It's all that sugar.
Mixed into what, though? If it's not, like, milk, what is it? Because, I mean, that's the one they've heard upside...
It's a percentage of milk,
Yeah.
right? They said you have to have, like... So, I mean, you're having...
There's probably a little bit of, like, cream in there, but then not enough.
Yeah.
God, everything that's good just kills you, man.
Because, like,
Well,
I know,
I mean-
like, you know those kids fucking experiments? Like, have you done that with, like, your kid, Murr, where you just,
You got them vaccinated? Yeah.
throw... Well, no, yeah, I mean, that too, but fucking, you throw, like, it's like, you throw, like, sugar and, like, a little bit of, like, kosher salt, and, like, I think you put half and half, like the shit you put in coffee, and you put it in, like, a bag. Or I think when Kelly used to do it for the summer camps, they would have like hamster balls, and they'd put the bag, they'd pack this shit full of ice and fucking put those ingredients into a bag, and then put that bag in this hamster ball, and then they'd have the kids like play with it, and like the fucking like the motion and the action turns it into ice cream.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Yeah, but it's not. But it's only like, I don't know, a half a cup or a cup of half and half. So like that's the only dairy in it.
Yeah, no, I haven't wasted my kid's time yet, so I'll do that. I'll do that never.
Yeah,
He'll be much more happy when I break out the briars. Like, here you go, buddy.
I know it's a basic science fucking experiment. I highly doubt he'll be exposed to most of
That's
this.
very true. We're learning about the Ark next week.
Real science. But no, so like I could see maybe they just do that on a grand scale. You know what I'm saying?
I guess, but I mean, anyway, it baffles me when you've got like, I was actually over by a Dairy Queen today, and I was like, ooh, I should get him a Blizzard. He's never had one, and now this just burst my bubble. It's not even fucking ice cream. Anyway, moving on.
Hey man, it's frozen product. Don't worry.
It's a frozen
Jesus.
treat.
What are you worried about?
They are delicious, though,
Christ.
man. I like give me the Butterfinger.
Sheathe your
What's your
sword.
What's your
Get the
Blizzard?
boy
What's your
one.
Blizzard?
Oh, I've always been a Reese's or chopped up Heath.
It's not bad.
Yeah, Heath is the way to go. I don't know. I haven't had a Blizzard in forever because they don't make fucking Dairy Queens around these parts.
No.
So it's really.
They take them
but
away.
I had a Sonic Blast the other day, which is basically the same fucking thing. And yeah, it was top notch. It was a Snickers one too, so it was real
Ooh,
good.
yeah. See, I'm a Butterfinger. I go Blizzard Butterfinger, man.
Those are
Because
good.
and it's funny
Those are good.
because I was like, when you said Heath, and then you also said Reese's, like the Butterfinger is actually kind of like both in one.
Both. Yeah.
Heath Reese's.
Yeah,
Okay.
that is
Think
true.
about that next time you're out there getting yourself that frozen treat, friend.
You know, actually, I had a friend recommend something. He said, Butterdingers. Excuse me? Actually, Heath. Never mind.
Did you know the Netherlands is home to the world's tallest men and women, although a 2021 study indicates that they are shrinking.
I mean,
Just inbreeding too
Not
much.
probably the influence of Western culture, where they're finally getting TV dinners and Hot Pockets, and they're not eating all of that Nordic like whitefish anymore.
Yeah. Pickled herring.
Yeah,
That nature.
I can say I've been there once.
Really? Okay.
To Amsterdam, to
That's
Netherlands. And the one thing of significance is that we took a train to a football or soccer match. Ajax is the local team, the best team for the most part, and they have a stadium that's a little bit outside of town, not too terribly far, but just you got to take a train or something to get there. And it's designed for entertainment. They have a stage, they have drinking areas, they have like multiple music things going on. But when you get there, you have to wade through about 6 inches of Heineken cans.
Nice.
For about 4 football
That's
fields.
awesome.
Just to get in. And then when you get in, it's 4 20-ounce cups of Heineken for €20, which is about $22.
4 for 20?
4 for 22. Like €20, which is about
That's pretty
$22.50.
good.
That's a great deal.
not bad.
That's a
It's
great deal.
fantastic deal.
And they like unlike Americans, where you can only buy 2, they don't give a shit. Just as many as you can fucking carry out.
Because they don't. That's because alcoholism doesn't exist outside this country.
You're right. Yeah.
You drink till you die, or you enjoy yourself. One or the other.
So they're the tallest and they're getting shorter.
Yes.
Well, man.
Well,
Welcome to the bunch.
all good things come to an
Welcome
end.
to the club,
I guess.
friends.
Yeah.
We'll figure out. We had a penis size thing. We'll see if that's happening too.
And finally,
See if those are shrinking.
well, there's so now you've got me here because I'm just thinking like maybe because they're in such cold climate, it just looks like they got tiny dicks because shrinkage. But then, man, they get to the warm weather climates and that thing just unfurls. It's like, what is this? Oh, it's down to my kneecap.
Never had a penis like this before. Yeah.
And
What do we say? It was Congo. Congo
No,
was like
it was a
7-1.
South American country. Alan is very high on this because he's South American-ish.
No.
Nope.
You're
But
Central
yeah,
American.
I mean,
You're from
it's Latino.
Nicaragua. I
Yeah.
remember this now.
Yeah. It was something fucking weird though. It was like Ecuador or some shit.
Yeah.
And we were like, weird. Wow, it seems odd. But yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Hey.
Are we ready? Are we ready for a final fun fact?
You know what? I think about sometimes. I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
And
Go ahead.
finally, speaking of penises, did you know Tom Hanks, who was born on July 9th, 1956, boasts ancestral ties to Abraham Lincoln through Lincoln's mother, Nancy Hanks Lincoln. The Oscar-winning actor is Honest Abe's third cousin, 4 times removed. The former president's great-great-grandfather was John Hanks, who was also Tom's great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Yeah. Yep. They taught us that in 7th grade when they were doing some like celebrity ties to certain things. I also found out that Nick Cage was related to Pete Bockwinkel, the 1920s WWF champion, through a few like lineage type things. So, I mean, yeah, I credit the Cecil County Public School education system. And I did know that Tom Hanks was related to Abraham Lincoln, as I am related to John Wilkes Booth.
Well, interesting that Lincoln was a president and Tom Hanks is an actor, and that didn't work out well for the family ties.
I heard he got tied to this actually. Why wouldn't Hanks try out for the role of Lincoln? That was it. Who's his face got it from?
The greatest actor that's probably lived in our generation.
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Danger Day-Lewis. That's.
I said Daniel. I didn't say Danger. I said Daniel Day-Lewis.
I don't know.
You
I'm just saying,
cocksuckers.
but Danger Day-Lewis is a great name for an up-and-coming stuntman who wants to try to jump his Indian motorcycle over 32 buses.
Hey everybody, I'm Tom Hanks.
And I'm Danger Day-Lewis.
So third cousin 4 times removed.
Well, I mean, but the thing is like, I mean, the name is in there. I mean, Nancy Hanks Lincoln. I mean, Hanks is right there.
Yeah.
John Hanks was the great-great-grandfather. He's royalty, man.
That's pretty
He's
cool.
royalty. And that, my friends, is your Fun Fact Friday.
Well, hell yeah. I feel smarter. Are you ready to feel dumber,
Oh,
Murr?
please.
Okay.
Christ, yeah.
Alan?
My comfort zone.
Listen,
Yeah, I guess I can explain.
listen, I'll tell you what. I'm going to set the table at Tisk because I brought this up today, and a guy that sits next to me at work says, "Hey, have you heard of this NPC?" And I was like, "What, non-player character?" Yeah, I guess so, if you want to remember what you're talking about. But on TikTok, there's this trend where people make, according to what I saw, roughly $7,000 a day, where they're sitting there and people give them gifts. And a certain gift, whether it be a hot dog, a piece of ice cream, or something else, an icon, an actual thing, then they have to comment on it. And the ice cream's like, thank you. Yum, 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 yum. Or the hot dog's like, yo, yum. And they do it over and over and over and over again. And these people are making fucking like a shade under $10,000 a day just by commenting on what they're given as a virtual gift. How the fuck you monetize this? I don't know. Alan, did I miss it? Can you bridge the gap?
I mean, you nailed it. So let's back up. Do you know what an NPC is? Murray?
No.
Like video game lingo.
No.
Right? So like NPC is a non-player character.
Okay.
So it's basically any character that's in the background of like your video.
Okay.
And like, I guess the trend comes off of like the generic fact, like, you know, you're playing fucking whatever particular game you're playing, and the NPCs are generally like, they've got a couple of fucking things. They've got like 5 lines that they say, and they kind of just walk around slowly, gliding around the space that they're in. You know what I mean? Because,
hey, you happen to stumble across this forest. Do you need to know where you're going?
Exactly.
I'll tell you where. That way. Have a good day.
I will say that, like, it gives me the one that I really think of, and like the one that really seems like they're taking it off of is like, so the old fucking Bethesda game Skyrim, and there would be like the guy, one guy in Whiterun would always be like, I took an arrow to the knee, and like just goofy shit, but exactly like what Wes is saying. So like these people, men and women, but mostly women, obviously, right? Have been doing this shit on live on TikTok. And so if you stream on live on TikTok, you can give like live streamers gifts, quote unquote, and you have to pay for those. Like, if I was like, I want to give Wes a gift for being the cuckster, and he's live, and I want to give him like fucking a glizzy for him to have. Well, I got to pay 99 cents for the glizzy emoji to send to him. And so stupid people, probably stupid dudes, fucking buy multitudes of these credits to then give these ladies fucking virtual gifts. And these girls have monetized this shit, and they sit on there on live for like hours reacting to like 5 different emojis that people pay money to give them. And that's how they're fucking making money. And that's where we are.
So I pay 99 cents for a hot dog, and then I send it to you.
And then someone says, "Thank you for the glizzy."
Yeah.
And then,
I saw a girl, she was like, knock, 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 knock.
Yeah.
I was like, wow.
And then someone else does it, and it's
I
over.
saw an Asian girl, like, she got a spicy pepper, and she was like, spicy. And it was like, oh, I was like, I lost faith in humanity. Really. Like, more so. You guys know I'm pretty much fucking done with us. But
I think I inadvertently saw something like this, because it was like some kid, and he was just telling a story about like, yeah, so I was on the bus the other day, and all of a sudden his hair catches on fire, and he's like, ah! And this kid next to me, and then he did something else, and I was like, what the fuck is going on here?
And you can kind of tell, because like, so if they're not getting like feedback, they're literally just kind of like floating, like, right, like this kind of like nondescript movement that NPCs do, and then they just do it fucking vapidly while people give them money. But if you got big breasts and shit, and you know, it is fucking.
I've thought about starting like an OnlyFans of my nice clean feet, because like,
do it,
because like, what do I care? Like, you want to get your own glizzy going for one of my feet, and then why not? So why am I working so hard if there's these people just feigning like the reception of fictional gifts? My God, man.
Like, I mean, if you pull your TikTok up, like, I'm trying to find a good one, but it's hard. Like, TikTok isn't made for computers.
It's
like,
made for your phone.
So,
like,
I'm
looking all day.
Yeah. So I was like trying to find a good one on here to share, but they're so hard to find, at least on here. But like, I'm looking here. I mean, if you pull it up and just type in like NPC, you'll find no shortage of fucking live streams.
So I think I got one, but it's weird. Like, I tried to share audio with you guys before, and I don't think it doesn't do it.
Just try it. Why not? Let's see. So okay, but how does this apply to us?
How does what?
Whatever we're talking about.
Well, I think we were just more so bringing it up because fucking Wes found out about it like today, and fucking I found out about it like maybe a couple days ago. It's a very hot new trend where people are making shit tons of money, and I think Wes just wanted to talk about it. I think it's ridiculous. Fucking.
Can you hear this?
Oh my!
This is literally what they do. But like all of those things that these little like ice cream and this chili pepper.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can hear it, but he keeps saying like, "Thank you for the ice cream. Thank you for the glizzies."
Yeah, I can hear it. I can see it. Okay. All right. Please stop this. Please, I'm begging you. Do I need to pay 99 cents for a stop sign? What do I need to do?
Yeah, basically. That's pretty much how it ends.
It's terrible. Thank you for the glizzies. Thank you for the glizzies.
Can I send a gun emoji?
Maybe, probably. I'm gonna start doing really dark. I'm gonna do it and start doing really dark ones. Like you send a gun emoji, I like fame blowing my brains out and shit. I'll get shut off TikTok real quick.
But so do they make like a percentage of the like the glizzy money, or is it just because they're getting so many people because they're such obnoxious assholes and everybody's watching them?
Well, so I don't know how like the money turns back around. Like I'm sure TikTok takes a cut, right? But in any case, in any scenario, like they're basically, I would liken it to like fucking probably like a cam girl getting tips. You know what I mean? Like it's basically the equivalent, but like of but on TikTok,
Gotcha.
but clothed.
If Cam girl's taking tips, I'll give her a little money.
Is it 50 cents here, 50 cents there? Yeah, shit.
Yeah.
What do I care?
You know, it's the $1.99 a minute equivalent for TikTok.
Okay, all right. Well, there goes the world.
Yeah, that's what I said.
So, Alan, tell all the bottom foot washers and the people who now know where to. We'll say thank you for the glizzy, thank you for the peppers,
check me, catch me on fucking TikTok live all weekend eating glizzies and fucking spicy peppers and fucking suck a dick, motherfucker. Like I'm gonna say the most ridiculous shit for every emoji. I might do that shit this weekend from Philadelphia just for funsies.
Thank you for the hot dog. Thank you for the hot dog.
Oh man! But if you would like to find us, you can find us on all your favorite social media platforms. We're at MDL Class Holes on Instagram and Twitter. We're the Middle Class Holes on Facebook, the aforementioned TikTok, and also fucking YouTube. You want to check us out there. And please, for your listening pleasures, check us out on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. That's right. I think that's all of it, right?
All right. I want to spend a little bit of time on the listener comments because I mentioned this to Alan earlier. This is actually one of the more diverse and actually better conversation starters amongst us from listener comments that I've received in a long time. So first coming from Clarissa explains her big boy feelings or your big boy feelings via Facebook. So Devin Walker commented, Devin's a cousin-in-law, if you want to call it that. Does that make sense? Okay. Devin says, haha, Wes, it reminds me of a time when you taught me about using your clock to tell your buddy about the direction of a girl to look at.
Wait, like,
well, right here. Well, there she is.
What video was that?
What's that?
What video was that?
Clarissa explains your big boy feelings.
Yeah, that's
well,
fair.
see, I always did it like this, Wes. So if I'm pointing at somebody, I'm actually pointing with my thumb. So, like, if I was, like, I know I'm just doing this for the camera, but, like, imagine this is straight ahead, she's over there. So I'd be like, hey, check that. Check her out. And then, boom, you're looking that way.
Well, also keep in mind, what he's talking about, the frame of reference is I'm 29 and he's 15. I'm like, yeah, man, just put that watch right here. And whoo-wee.
Those are good lessons.
Yeah, that is a good lesson. For a 15-year-old, absolutely. Like,
I thought so.
Dude, no, I have no problem with that. You got to teach them. Look, they got to learn sometime, and they got to learn from somebody. And I think that there is a hierarchy of, like, obviously, your dad shouldn't teach you that until you're in your 20s, and by then you should already know because your dirty cousin should have taught you.
That's right. I'm the dirty cousin. The fucking name, man. I appreciate that. This just comes from a text message, general podcast topic talking about hot dog toppings. MG writes, ketchup and chili, get your boy Murr.
I mean, I agree. Look, ketchup and chili.
You know what?
And cheese, right? Isn't that what you said?
There was cheese involved,
and some raw onion. I like that too. Look, bottom line is this: like, the taste bud shaming needs to end. That's my cry to the world. Taste bud shaming.
Yes and no. Maybe
you've gone that far. You've gone that far, huh?
I think so. I mean,
I think only a person with shitty taste buds says something like that.
maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I'm not going to tell you you're wrong, but, like, I can't stand mustard. I can't stand pickles, okay? I apologize to the world, but I can't help it, okay? I like the sweetness. I think ketchup sweetens a salty chili. So a little bit of ketchup on a salty chili gives it the perfect balance.
You like the salt and sweet. Yeah, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
What if it was a sweet chili?
Okay. Look, I don't need the ketchup. I prefer it. How's that?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll tell MG, our good friend.
Mind your goddamn
next-
business. That's what the MG stands for.
So I'm mismatching a few of these because I want to do these in order of what I think will be better talking points. I am Shauna Ray. I am Chris Hansen. YouTube. This is. Do you guys remember this conversation we had?
Yeah.
Shauna Ray, the boyfriend that she had. Brandon De Blasio writes, "It's a dodgy situation, but honestly, she does deserve what we all have, and it doesn't mean he's attracted to little girls." I think Brandon makes decent point.
Look, I guess you're right, guy. But still, it's fucking weird, man.
I mean, if I was a pedophile, that's how I'd defend myself.
It's also true.
Yeah.
We're not calling you that,
No.
listener. We're just saying.
I'm just saying that would be my defense if I happened to be.
If I was watching a TV show and that was your defense, I'd be like,
If I was,
smells pedophile to me.
if I was,
Seems
if I-
sus. Seems
if
sus.
I was watching the show and like she's kind of hot, that's the way I would say it too.
Everyone deserves love, man.
Which
then-
I also agree with.
That's true.
Just saying.
That's true. This is from the. I don't even know if we have an award for the asshole comment of the week, but this is going to be it, and this is going to drive you guys up the wall. Vanna White, I'll take a Benjamin. Julio Porta from TikTok writes, "Hey, do you guys want to comment on someone else's career without any qualifications to do so? Just make sure you're rude and classless as possible." Yeah, we tried. Why don't you go fuck
that was
yourself,
the point.
Mission
Julio?
accomplished.
Yeah.
No, I pat myself on the back for that one. Yeah.
All right, I didn't know I was insulting fucking aerospace engineer Vanna White. I thought she was just a fucking hot chick that turned letters and then became obsolete once we stopped needing turning letters.
I mean,
Fuck off, Julio.
I could only dream of making $3 million a year for 15 years in a row. Count your blessings. Count your blessings, Grandma. Good God.
I didn't know we
No
needed
qualifications.
I didn't know we needed qualifications to figure out whether or not someone was qualified to understand what letters
if
were
that
on a
comment
board.
was under like our fucking us talking about the Titanic submarine, and that guy was defending his buddy who was like an engineer on it, I'd be like, fair. All right, man, you're right. I am not an engineer. I don't know things. Vanna fucking White, that's what you're hanging your hat on a fucking skill set of? Come on, guy.
Sure. Hey, we've had multiple conversations about animals. That if a biologist were to write in and be like, "Hey, you understand the shoe bill stork is da 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 da," and you guys said dee, and you guys are morons. I'm like, wow, yeah, it was a shot in the dark. Sorry, we saw something that looked like a goddamn Chuck E. Cheese animatronics thing, and we were like, wow, that thing looks crazy. It could probably bite my face off. And like, oh, the shoe still blocks are very peaceful. I'm like, all right, fine. This is like comment on someone else's career without any qualifications. So she walks and touches a fucking panel. Voila. Oh wait, excuse me. 15 years ago, she spun a panel. It's gotten more sophisticated.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can figure out how to wear heels, a dress, and touch something.
Hey, listen.
All right, I think I got the qualifications.
And just to clear the air of sexism here, I will wear a dress and high heels and do that for $3 million a year for what? 26 weeks a year. Gladly. You don't have
What qualifies you to do so? Come on.
You're right. I've never. Well, that's not true. I pledged in the fraternity. I put on heels.
I have legs and arms.
I have worn a dress and heels a few times when I pledged this fraternity I was in.
I'm capable of reaching above my head. So I think that's on the list. I think.
Can't get the art. Lastly, this is Christ. This is going to lead to a little bit of a decent conversation, in my opinion. Hat fishing via YouTube. You guys remember the hat fishing conversation?
Mm-hmm. Sure.
It's
just catfishing if you're bald.
That's right.
Okay.
I got hat fished online by an online date this past weekend. Hence, I'm here. Thank you, Jay Rising 7286. He did the big reveal of his bald head towards the end of a date. I ultimately declined a second date, not because he's bald. He actually looks better without his hat, but because he's so insecure about his baldness. Overall, he was not a confident guy. Hat fishing is a self-fulfilling prophecy. Just an overall bad
You know
look.
what?
Damn. Well, go ahead.
I was going to go against her until her reasoning, if her reasoning's true, then that's respectable. Like, I have no shame on, like, my head. I don't care. I only wear the hat because, honestly, if I take it off right now, I will basically blind out the camera. That's the only reason. I would prefer to be here hatless, but here I am. And in public, if I'm outside, the sun is a demon sphere of nuclear energy that will fucking like scorch. Like, people at work, when I come back and it's been hot outside and I'm not wearing my hat, they freak out. They're like, "Dude, what are you doing?" It's like, I don't care that I'm bald. I know that I am. I just do this because health and safety. Yeah. But yeah, if it's a confidence thing, then he can go fuck himself.
Well, I also like let me play the other side of this coin here, Miss or Mr. Lady / guy that this was on this date. I don't know. It wasn't very clear.
I would suspect it's a female, but I also don't want to be presumptuous. Yeah. J Rising 7286. And hey, listen, I apologize. Not apologize. Excuse me. I commend her and I appreciate. Excuse me. I commend them.
You're fine.
And I appreciate the fact that they left like a very honest comment. I'm glad we're talking about this. This is good stuff.
Yeah.
And don't you ever fucking roll your eyes at me again. I'll stuff that fucking thing. Never mind.
Yeah. This is why minorities don't listen to the middle class holes, where of all kinds, women, browns, still not minority. There's tons of all black guys.
Yeah. You're right. Yeah,
I was gonna play the opposite of this, Miss Lady. What if your acceptance of his baldness, outward acceptance, been like, "Leave your hat off, buddy," or like, I like this, and like or whatever. You don't gotta touch him or nothing, but like a friendly gesture to say, "Hey, your baldness is okay with me, friend. Don't cover it up." Maybe that would help this insecure bald guy come out of his shell, so to speak. You think of that. You're not going to give the guy a second chance because, he's got a little bit of an insecurity. You could help him pass that insecurity. Seems like a really good guy. Besides having no hair,
out of his shell. That's a slur. That's a slur in our community.
It's not, but it's not her job to do that in the first date.
It is not.
She's not trying to. You're trying to figure out who this person is. Look, if he's insecure about it.
Again, I'm with you. You ain't out there fixing no man, girl. So. Kudos, but also just playing devil's advocate.
Sure. Hey, if you take that hat off, I'll take you back and fuck you. Whew! Damn.
Well, that's different.
Check,
story.
Please.
We just ordered pot stickers.
And those
get him to go.
Get him to go. With all you.
Get him to go.
On the side.
I'll glue these to my head. You can lick them off. Sorry, that's disgusting. All right, middle class souls, everyone. Murr, Allen, and Foxman. I tell you what, on a 1 week delay, we'll catch you next week with the good bad movie review.
Yes, my bad.
Did we tell them what it was last week?
Did we? I don't know. It's Private Resort. Look it up. Johnny Depp, Hector Elizondo. That's about it, honestly.
That's right.
It's a good flick.
It's like a bunch of sexy bodies in the mid-'80s on a beach.
It's like a 19-year-old at an adult's resort in 1984, and hijinks ensue. Just take it from there.
Hilarity does or does not ensue, whether or not what you like.
Yeah, that's to be determined, probably.
All right. We'll see you guys next week.